Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League to Premier League here with Bath City. A big match today against Gillingham, who sit in 4th, currently in Sky Bet League 2. 3 draws and 2 wins in their last 5 games. We are down here in 13th place after 10 games, 4 wins, 2 draws, 4 losses. You can see the start of the season here was absolutely horrendous. A good 2-1 win on our opening day. Then we had 4 losses on the bounce, 3 of them in the league, 1 in the Carabao Cup first round. We managed to turn things around at the start of September with a 3-1 win against Cheltenham, a draw win in the Fairtree Trophy. I still don't quite understand this. In a group game, we drew 2-2, went to penalties and won. A big 3-0 loss against Chesterfield, but we then went on to beat Southend and Bromley. And then again in October, form turning, a 2-2 draw against Tranmere and a 2-1 loss against Walsall, up against Gillingham today. Let's see what squad it's suggesting us put out today. Akpan at right back sounds about right. Both on loan centre backs, I'm not sure. I'll probably change one of those out. Smith again as well at left back. He's not been overly good. They keep suggesting Tilson in midfield. I assume that's because he's an experienced man, but he is also a good player, but maybe just not quite for this division. So first thing I'm going to do is change the centre backs. Bring in good old Kieran Parcell. And also bring Sassy in. They're my main defenders. I don't want to just use lone players. Tilson a man. He should come out for Warraher. Mitchell stays where he is. Windsor out on that right. I'm tempted by Akpan again and then putting Alvin Jones at right back, but I don't think I will. Saying will. We've got Jenkins Davies here in Cam. No real strong replacements for him either. It looks like Parsley's getting the nod up front. I'm just going to take up my youth players out of here. Diot to come onto the bench for Wiles Richards. And I'm debating whether to start Windsor and Cam. Diot out on the right. Bring St. Louis onto the bench for Luke Russ. This might be the team I go for. I do like Diot. It's just that Cam spot. Do I trust Windsor? Do I bring in Sweeten? Let's get rid of Brown off the bench. And let's bring Sweeten in actually for Diot and put Windsor on the right. Diot can come off the bench. Sweeten getting a chance in that Cam spot over Jenkins Davies. Jenkins Davies did appear in the cup game last episode, so I'm looking to give him a rest. Parsley also did start in that game, but I look to bring him off probably at some point. I believe I put Paco Evoke on the bench. I hope I did anyway. There's potential I even tried Diot up top. He can play as a striker, Diot, as well as a winger. And there's Brown down the wing, playing about Smith now. Smith inside to Mitchell. Mitchell tries to play it into Sweeten. Well won back by Gillingham. But Sassy picks it up at the back for Bath. Into Akpan. Down the line to Windsor now. Windsor into Akpan. To Sweeten. To Akpan. To Parsley. A long shot. And that somehow found its way into the net. The Gillingham goalkeeper would be disappointed with that. But that was good play down the right from Akpan. A quick ball to Windsor. Continues his run. Picks up the ball straight into Sweeten. Continues his run again. A quick pass into Parsley with a touch. It doesn't look like there was any deflection on it. Just caught the keeper off guard, I think. And gives Bath a great start to this game, finding himself 1-0 up inside 5 minutes. Gillingham with the ball though. Trying to mount an attack of their own. There's Hutton playing it back to Smith. Into McKenzie, into Coleman now. Playing it around nicely. Look for the long boy over the top. Not down to Mead, out wide. And it's smashed, I believe. I was about to say against the post, but it's gone out for a corner. So I can only see if Casagrande's made a save there. Good to get an early lead. My only issue is it's going to be hard to keep hold of it for the next 80 minutes of this game. But a good start by the boys in black and white. Doing the city of Bath proud. I believe this is the highest that Bath City would have ever played at currently in this save. I don't think they've ever been as high as League 2. So I'm taking them to dizzy heights that they've never seen before. And there are players in here that have been with me since the National League South. A ball by Windsor cleared, but Smith picks it up now to Mitchell to Smith. He's going to look for Brown surely, which he does. Brown dropping back into his own half, but Mitchell plays it wide to Windsor. Cuts back on his left inside. Plays it to Parsley. Well blocked, and it's a corner there to Bath City. A promising start to this game, and even the stats are quite 50-50 really. About 10 minutes now till the half-time whistle. Can we hold up with our lead? Gillingham, 4 shots, 4 on target. Looking dangerous. We've had 6, but only 2 of those going on target. 5 minutes now left of this first half. I'd love to go in half-time with the lead. And it looks like me White. Windsor picks it up. Warrowher now plays the ball out wide. Tries to pick up Windsor again, a bit too far down the line. And Gillingham build up from the back. Out wide to Masanku Bungi. Coleman over the top. My defenders need to step towards that ball, and they kept backing off. And I thought they were going to get through. I was about to lose my head. But luckily, the long shot just goes over the bar. And it looks like we may go into half-time with the lead. One last highlight of the half. Ball played up to Parcell. Down the line to Brown. Brown's got the legs to run, to take on his man. What will he do? He switches it. And Windsor finds himself in acres of space again. A good ball to Parsley. It's just headed against the defender. Looks like we were offside anyway. And we are praying for this half-time whistle. A lot of tired players out there. But we're not too worried about that. As we play the ball forward again into the opposition box. Brown, Sweet and Warrowher all looking tired. And we're just waiting for these seconds to tick. Here comes half-time whistle. And it's a good 1-0 lead going into half-time. I am happy with your performance. I'm going to start the second half with the same 11. But I expect some subs to come pretty early on. Considering some of the tired legs that are out there. Putting in a shift for their team. And you'll see the stats still 50-50. Every game's a tough one for us in this league. But the fact we are battling and holding our own with the players like Parcell and even Sweeten, I suppose, in our starting lineup. Maybe even Windsor, who just aren't quite at this level. It's good to see that we are getting chances, we are scoring goals, and we are taking the lead. 11 shots, 5 of those being on target so far for Bath. Brown now running that wing. A good ball in. It's going to be collected easily by the keeper though. But Brown really trying to take the game to the opposition. My whole midfield's tired. And that may catch us out. As Nevitt goes through, but it's another save by Casagrande. And the whole of the midfield 5 plus Akpan. Pretty tired here. We're going to need some fresh legs. And let's see what we can do here. St. Louis. Out on the right, maybe. Diot on the left. I'm actually going to swap those two. Diot's going to go out to the right. Tilson's going to come on for Warrowher. I've got a feeling I'm going to have to leave Mitchell on. Paco Foki's going to come in the cam role. And Johnny Miller's going to come on at left back. That is all my subs and one swift movement there. And we still got players like Akpan and Mitchell out there who are tired. Foki playing in maybe a position he doesn't normally play in that cam spot. But we've got to do what we've got to do. Gillingham reply with 4 subs of their own now. There's a free kick here for Bath. Just under 15 minutes remaining. Akpan's going to play that in. Nevitt wins the header, but it falls to Diot. Diot with the long shot off the bar. I was hoping that might fall to a Bath City head, but it doesn't. And Gillingham now with the chance to push forward on the counter-attack. Can Bath win the ball? Mitchell wins it back to Parcell now. Parcell out to Diot. Diot flicks it. Nobody there. And Gillingham are just going to come back at Bath again. A ball over the top. Parcell clears it. And that's poor from Diop. That's very poor from Diop. And off the bench, he's got himself a red card. I think he's going to have to go out to that right. But we are down to 10 men for the last 10 minutes. We're going to have to go defensive, surely. Oh, what a save by Casagrande. Everything's going on. I don't know what to do. Let's go cautious at least. Hutton now down the line, but Jonila steps in. Gets that ball out of play. And we have to battle now. 10 minutes with 10 men. And we concede immediately. It was all going so well. And then Diop with one of the most reckless challenges I've ever seen. And Mitchell and Akpan absolutely knackered out there. We have to see up 5 minutes. And we have to do that with just 10 men. Passed out, taking all the time he can, running the clock down on that free kick. St. Louis keeps hold of the ball to Jonila, to Mitchell, to St. Louis. Parsley, can he find himself through? He finds himself through. And the flag's gone up for offside. Oh. And I thought that might be it. Instead, we're into 5 minutes of stoppage time. Gillingham with the set piece. Cleared out the back stick, but Little picks it up. A shot well over the bar. And it's important we grind out this point. And that is, no matter what anyone says, an important point against the team that are currently 4th in the league. We managed to hold out, but Diop giving away a stupid red card. Leading to us conceding a goal. Diop banned for 1 match. Don't appeal that. No chance. I saw that tackle. That was dreadful. And we're down to 14th in the league now after that draw. And we're up against Burton, who are just 1 position ahead of us in 13th. If you did enjoy that episode, please do leave a like. Please do subscribe. I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.